Well, it's been a while, so I figured I'd give you guys an update on what's going on here and have a little fun with the video. One Up Woman did a video that was 5 games she had that she's never gotten around to playing to, so we're going to get to doing that as well. But first, a little update. The Deluge video. I'm just not having any luck with these. I mean, again, I announced this like over a year and a half ago at this point. The script is written. The reason the video hasn't come out is editing. Oh man. I actually pulled copies of the movie off of YouTube. And turns out when you get to about the last hour of the movie, it loops back to the first hour of the movie. I have no idea why that is. And it's at a kind of a crucial part where one of the characters are getting ambushed and they ride up to the guy who's supposed to ambush him. And he pulls out a gun and points at the guy right before he shoots the guy in the head. It's something that's at the beginning of the movie. Kind of funny. I mean, the last hour is just like one huge battle. But yeah, so I've been trying various ways of ripping my DVDs because it turns out the DVD ripper that I've been using since like 2014 won't do it with the free version. I have to pay for it, and it's kind of pricey. So I looked for other free DVD rippers, and the first time everybody says to use this Handbrake. And Handbrake did not work for me at all. Like, it ripped the movie and it's all pixelated, and I found YouTube tutorials that were like, here's how to fix this, and they were just, even the tutorials were so complex that it's like, that's beyond me. So I tried others, most of them didn't work. One worked, and then it had this huge watermark. Not even in the corner of the screen, like right in the middle of the thing. It was like, upgrade to our premium version to get rid of the watermark, and it was even more than the first one that I was using. So I was just going to go ahead and pay for the one I've used since 2014, and Thor got sick. No clue what happened to him, but he basically didn't drink for like a week. So I took him to the vet, and several $100s later, as in all my savings, still don't know what's wrong with him. He had to be hooked up to IVs and everything, and he's been fine. He's been acting weird too, and he's been fine. And then yesterday he was acting funny again. He spent the whole day just pacing around like he was confused. I have a theory as to what's going on, but I don't really want to discuss that right now. So yeah, I'm dealing with that as well. And then you can see this is at a weird angle because the last time I was in Iowa and we filmed the Kids Kingdom video, ended up breaking my tripod, so I need to get another tripod, and I completely forgot. Went out to my car, grabbed the tripod, and I was like, oh yeah. So I set the camera up on this little end table I have. So that's what's been going on. Not sure when I get the movie review done because who knows when I'll be able to go ahead and buy the software to finish that. But the script is done. I probably should just go ahead and start working out with Fire and Sword. Plus I watch that movie like every 6 months, so a little overdue for rewatching that movie. But onto it. 5 games I have that I have not played. I'm going to kick this one off with actually kind of an honorable mention because I've sort of played this game before, plus I have a little bit of a shout out to go that has nothing to do with really anything. But that game is Kelly Slater Pro Surfer. Now, I played this back in like 2003. Actually, the guy that got me into surfing, he had bought this on the PS2. We went to boot camp together, and we were at our A school in Mississippi together, and he saw it on the PS2 and bought it. And he's always talking about surfing. He's like, yeah, you gotta try this, you seem interested in this, and that was sort of my introduction to surfing. But that was the PS2 version. Here it is on the GameCube. I actually just got this a little bit ago. So, funny story, I was actually at my local surf shop because I wanted to get some new wax. And the surf shop is right next door to Freak Toys. So I went over to Freak Toys when I was done, and I saw that sitting on the shelf for like $8 after being at the surf shop. And I was like, you know what, I should really have this just to have it. But I do play a lot of Surf World Series on the PS4, which if you got a PS4 and you're interested in something like that, I highly recommend. And it's a fairly cheap game. It's like $14 right now or something. But anyway, my little shout out. So I'm at the surf shop, and I buy a bar of wax, just one bar of wax, and it was like $2. And like their system, you can't use a credit card unless it's like $8 or more. And the guy's like, you want to just buy a ton of wax? And I was like, not really. So I'm looking around, and I was like, I just need to spend a little bit more money. And I found they have a lot of photographs from local photographers there. And I saw this one of the beach here in Sheboygan at night. And if you guys will be able to get a good look at that, getting a lot of glare. But I was like, this is gorgeous. I've got to get this. And anyway, I got the guy's card here. It's a man named Tyler Feld, and I'm going to link his website in the description of this video. They had some of us like fantastic photographer and got to promote local stuff like that, right? So anyway, Kelly Slater's sort of my honorable mention because again I did play it years ago, but I've not played this particular version. So let's stick with that sort of beach theme. Number 5, Echo: Tides of Time on the Master System. And this was actually one I had planned to do an episode of Game Raid on, and here's why. Now, I've done all these Tectoy games. I've streamed Ren and Stimpy. I did Legend of Illusion, stuff like that, and I mentioned how they're always just direct ports of the Game Gear version. I have a bootleg of the Sonic Triple Trouble, and again, it's just a direct port of the Game Gear. It's in English, so I figured this was going to be in English. And it's a fairly pricey game, and I got it pretty cheap. And then, of course, I got the little case with it that I did the video for. And so I throw this game in. So it's been in the system. I go to start playing it, and again, all these other games are in English, and the Echo games are surprisingly pretty text-heavy. So you need to be able to read this stuff, and the game is entirely in Portuguese. Yeah. So I got to sit there with like a walkthrough to play this, and I just never got around to it. So, that was why I never played Echo. Number 4, Baseball Stars. And you know me, I'm not really a baseball guy, and so why do I have this? I was buying from a store in Milwaukee years ago. They actually had a bunch of games that I didn't have, and they were all fairly cheap at the time, and I was basically bought every game in the case, which wasn't much. There was like 5 or 6 games. But it was every game in the case but this one, and the guy's like, hey, you gonna take Baseball Stars and just go ahead and clear us out? And I was like, no man, I'm never going to play that. And he's like, tell you what. He's like, because you bought all the others, because I'll sell you this one for 99 cents. And I'm like, I can't pass on that. Like, just because it's funny that I bought all the games in the case, you know. So yeah, Baseball Stars. I've heard it's a pretty cool baseball game, but yeah, I've never been good at these. So baseball's not really my type of a game. Now, you know I like horse games, and I streamed that awful one on the PS4 like a year ago. Because the problem, most of them haven't been good. I mean, there's been some decent racing games back in the day, like Gallopin' Racer was a really good one, and G1 Jockey. But the more modern ones are just garbage. Well, there's a series that came out in Europe called Windstorm, and it's based on a series of books, and I had bought the first game just because I bought it on the Switch. And it's also on like the PS4, and I think you can get it on Steam. But it was decent. Like it's like a series of books and movies or something, and then the game is like a companion piece to the movie. Well, there is a sequel, Windstorm: Ares Arrival. I believe this is based off the third or fourth movie. I believe the third one. I just got this one still wrapped up because I never finished the first one, and this actually came during lockdown. It was kind of funny. I think I ordered it, and then everything went on lockdown, and I had to wait, just like that one movie I bought. And I've been playing other things, and I've not been in the mood for something like this, so I've not played it. Number 2 over here? Yeah, I think we're at 2. This one's going to piss a lot of people off. I've always said I had never played Turtles in Time, but back when it was like January, I mentioned I'd finally picked up a copy. Still haven't played it because I wanted to stream it, and since it's a beat 'em up, I'd hope to stream it with another person, and it just never panned out. And then I actually went to play it one day, and there's something going on with my Super Nintendo. It's just not working. And usually I'm pretty good at fixing these things, but I can't figure it out. So yeah, my Turtles in Time has just never gotten played because I wanted to stream it, but also the Super Nintendo doesn't want to work, so not sure when we're getting around to that. And in the number 1 spot of the 5 games that I have, there's actually 2 games that this is going to be, technically 3. Remember when James Gruesome sent me that awesome package with all those Switch games? Every game that was in that package other than Puyo Puyo Tetris. I played the hell out of that, but I am yet to get around to Resident Evil Revelations and Mario Rabbids Battle Kingdom. So I think Mario Rabbids Battle Kingdom was also on one of Woman's list. So yeah, so those are the games that I haven't played. I'm actually going to throw in a bonus. We had a bonus one earlier, basically, but y'all remember this from over a year ago? Romance of the Three Kingdoms 3. never got around to it. I started replaying the original one because it was just so nostalgic for me, and I just never got around to this one. But so I actually gave you 7, 8 if you want to count the last two as one, or 9 really, because it's Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2. This is getting confusing. Anyway, that's the update, what's been going on, plus a little bit of fun with the games I have but have never played. What are some of your games that you got that you've never played? Because I know you've got at least one. I mean, I'm pretty studious about getting them and even trying them out the day that I get them, but even I've got my few, so guaranteed you've got at least one. So let's hear what it is.